Okay, this is the water meter. It's in the parkway out in front of the house where, it's a good place for it. And so I come over here and we look down inside of here. And this is our water meter. And you see these two little red sprockets inside the meter face? Okay, they're very sensitive. So if fresh water is leaking, that little sprocket on the left, it'll spin. If you flush a commode, it'll spin like a motorcycle. So, but that's it. This meter shutoff valve, that belongs to the municipality, the city, the water company, call it what you will. This really isn't yours, even though it's your bill. But why I'm stressing this is because, well, this irrigation box, it's on the city, it's on the water company, but it should have been excavated and lined with gravel so that we don't have erosion coming in here. And since it's on your property, so we don't have erosion. Erosion is not acceptable according to the National Association of Home Builders. So it wasn't excavated and lined with gravel, and the erosion is causing it to fill up. That's a recognized deficiency by the National Association of Builders. We come over here, we got this. I don't know what this is for. If I'm left to imagine, and that's all I'm left with, is that's a main water shutoff valve to the house. There's another one inside the garage, but this is the main water shutoff valve to the house. That includes everything, and if you have an emergency, this irrigation box is full of dirt. Alright? The way the dirt got into that irrigation box was erosion. If there's a valve in there for that cap, there's a valve in there, erosion has covered it. Okay? The rest of the word. I'm glad I read that little book. Now you come over here across the parkway sidewalk onto your actual property. Okay, this is a valve for the lawn sprinkler system. We have a valve cap that we're missing over here. We're missing a valve cap over there. It makes it a trip hazard. This one's not a trip hazard. But I opened this because it was convenient, and I was just trying to get ahead of myself, because for your lawn sprinkler system, your irrigation system, okay, this is your irrigation box. And see, and I really think those valves are pretty much okay being buried. You have to, but this one's not. This box has been excavated and lined with gravel to protect it from erosion. See, that's the way your meter should look. These are your check valves, okay? So you can service these are your isolation valve handles, so you can isolate the check valve and service it. Okay. And this is the main water shutoff valve for the whole system. So if you got a spray head that's not working or something, you just come in here and you turn it off. And then sometimes you can turn it back on, and the sprinkler head, the dirt will get out of the head and it'll start acting right. But other times you're just going to have to, work on the head. But that's how you turn all the water off to your lawn sprinkler system. You can do that with either one of these valves, but that's not what they're designed for. And these valves are not very robust. They have a tendency to rust and crack and break. And so really, unless you're servicing the valve, it's best to ignore these and just use this main valve. And hopefully you won't have to use it too many times. Maybe never even, that would be best. But that's where it is. That's your main shutoff valve. There we go. So we don't have any water leaks. This is the sprinkler system. There's a weather sensor on the back fence. There's a main water shutoff valve for the house. It's also located inside the garage west interior wall. The closest valve to the meter, we're going to check our water pressure here, and we're looking for no more than, we can still go. We're looking for no more than 80 psi. 80 psi. So we come over here, we turn it on, we got 60 psi. That's very good. Now we're supposed to let it set for a little bit, so we'll let it set. I'll get a still image of it as well. So, but at 60 psi, that's very good. It's not too high. We come over here, and I saw a note in the garage somewhere. Can't remember exactly where I saw it, but they were talking about the city cleanouts, and it looks like the city cleanouts have been installed. Now, on the lawn sprinkler system, exposed drip irrigation systems are fine as long as they're anchored every 12 inches. As long as they're way anchored, so they're not anchored as much as they should be. And when they're exposed like that, they're also more susceptible to evaporation too. So you're going to lose a little more water that way. We got high soil across here.